This is Savannah Hernandez in downtown LA. I keep reading articles of people walking to parking garages and getting harassed and attacked. Let's go see if that's true.
I walk from that parking garage over to work every single day, and just last month I was chased by a homeless man carrying a tree branch. I was very lucky to make it into the courthouse in time, so.
I do the same walk, except I was actually in my car, was this like a couple weeks ago, and a homeless guy tried to get into my car.
Yeah.
Luckily my doors were locked, but.
I've had a couple coworkers who felt threatened at one time by some homeless individuals, but it was reported and we took some steps to walk to the train station as a group, but that's about it.
Being followed is like really common.
Homeless people, they'll follow you. And like I had a guy like follow me home from school until like the last block from my house, and then he left. And then it's like, that's like a big problem we hear, that like even no matter what age you are, you're still gonna get followed. And like there's a lot of creeps around here.
Yeah, there's homeless people around. There's not much we can do about it. The city's been trying to do something about it, but they don't seem to be getting much traction on it. You get on town, you're gonna have homeless people, you're gonna have crackheads. Just keep an eye on your wallet.
Are you guys kind of just used to the homelessness? I mean, what do you guys think about it?
I mean, I think, I don't know if you ever fully get used to it, but I think there's some level of being desensitized, like many other things, right? Where when you encounter something a lot, you kind of have to shut down a little bit. But I mean, it still impacts me kind of on a daily basis.
I've gotten pepper spray and just try to stay as safe as we can with as little as we can, and not be too threatening to the homeless population, because we are sympathetic to a lot of their issues, but at the end of the day, public safety comes first.
If people want to do crack, let them do crack.
I haven't experienced any crime. I've been pushed by a homeless person, but it wasn't really a crime, just kind of
like into the street, or?
Yes, into the street. Yeah.
Okay.
Skid Row is growing and further from its Skid Row sort of bounds. Like, it's just everywhere now.
It definitely expanded since the pandemic started. I think it got bigger, and you can see larger areas affected by all that now too.
How do you feel Gavin Newsom's doing as your governor?
I mean, yeah, it's a complicated question. So I work in education, so I like some of the things he's done for like our budget in that regard for higher education. But I think in terms of like actually addressing issues of homelessness, I don't know, it's a pretty intractable problem. It's hard for anybody to like really solve that, but I think more resources and more time and energy could be devoted to that. But again, I think it's a pretty difficult issue to solve,
Yeah, I've seen that it's been getting worse in LA. I don't know if it's his fault or just a variety of other factors. I'm sure the pandemic also.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he did a pretty good job handling the pandemic. I know he got a lot of criticism for it, but so did a lot of other leaders in other states. But I think he did a decent job with that.
We're just like kind of tired of like people in control, not really knowing like people's perspective on things, and like where they end up and like how they end up there. So we kind of just want him to like be aware of more perspectives out there, and yeah.
I think he's doing an okay job. He doesn't really understand how things are like in the city, like how things would work and how he needs to change stuff, because he's a rich white. I think he's a white, but he's a rich man, and like they're very disconnected from the problems that people of color have in like Los Angeles, and he most likely will never understand that, like what people have to go through with that.